Fucking you is nice, but my eyes are open wide. No, this ain't real love. Let's not fantasize, try not to compromise. Cause girl, sex ain't enough. We can just be lovers and let's enjoy the ride. Pleasure in each other, but let's not spend the night. Cause I got a habit of obsessing about shit, so please don't lie. What's up, guys? It's your girl Phoenix Novell, and this is another episode of the Write Hustle. I am working on my album, and this means a whole lot to me because this is something that I wanted to do for so long. I spent probably 3-4 years, my early 20s, right out of my teenagehood into my early 20s, trying to get a record deal, writing and collaborating, and there was something on the table, and unfortunately it was just a matter of the team that I was with. It was a lot of backbiting, a lot of people not trusting each other, and it gave me a bad taste when it came to, the industry. But I never really got my foot into the door well enough to know that, just because that team didn't work out, it doesn't mean everybody else was like that. So it didn't. I just kind of focused on cover band singing and traveling the world, and now I'm kind of back at that space where I want to release my music to the world, and I'm so happy to do it because right now I'm producing my own songs. I'm working with one other producer as of now. When it comes to my 14-song album, there is one other producer that's being featured, and his name is Milo Evans Jr. I was trying to do this whole album by myself because I had such a big ego, and I was determined to get it done because I just didn't want no issues later on down the line. People saying, oh yeah, I made this beat, then you find out somebody else made it, or they collaborated with somebody. I didn't want to tell you all the things that come with working with too many people, too many hands in a pot, and you're not always knowing, if you don't create together organically everything, you don't always know the backstory behind how something was created. But as soon as I found Milo and I heard his tracks and I got to know him, there was just no way that I wasn't going to collaborate with him and present some of the things that he did on my album. So yes, he probably will have about 3, maybe 4, definitely about 3 tracks on my 14-song album, and the rest are songs that'll be produced by me. This is one of them. And another reason why I'm really excited is because I'm unsigned. I'm a writer, I'm a producer. I'm teaching myself how to put this all together, and I want to have you guys involved in the process with me. I don't know who is gonna, watch this, and who's gonna learn, and who I'm gonna help, or whatever, or who's gonna have something to say. But I feel like so many people are afraid to show you how things are made. So many people are afraid of people stealing their shit. I am so past it. I remember a video back that I made on this channel, The Write Hustle, where I think it was titled Protecting Your Music. And I was working with a writer who did not want to give me a copy of the songs that we made together because he was like, oh, what if you play it for somebody and then they steal the songs? I'm like, what if you play it for somebody and they steal the songs? Sometimes you have to not be afraid to let go of something because you don't know where it's going to go. If it gets to that point where somebody try to rip you off, then you make sure you protect your music. You make sure you take the steps necessary to do copyrights and everything like that, so that if you need to, show and prove that it's yours, you do what you do. But when you hold on too tightly to anything, you run the risk of not allowing it to flourish and do what it's supposed to do and reach what it's supposed to reach. And I'm done with that phase of my life. I'm very transparent. I'm 39 years old. I'm about to be 40. And by my 40th birthday, I want to release my first EP. You know what I mean? Because you know what? I want to be real for people. And I want people to understand that it don't matter how old you are. It don't matter who, man, woman, whatever the hell you're trying to do. You are the only person who can stand in your way. People are going to say stuff. They're going to say stuff whether you are at the top or at the bottom. So just be authentically you. And for me, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of what I know. I'm proud of where I'm going. And I'm proud to share and have a platform to actually maybe help somebody with my music. Okay? This song is, I know I talk so much. It's 4 minutes and I'm like, The Write Hustle is to show you the behind the scenes of the process and how I create the songs that you guys see and hear and listen to. I want to show you how I actually come up with these concepts and ideas. And, you know, maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. But either way, I'm showing you me and I'm being real. This song is called If It Ain't Real Luv, or If It Ain't Real. I'm not sure. Either If It Ain't Real or Real Love. I don't know. But I usually get melodies first. Before any lyrics come to mind, there's a melody, you know, and the first thing that came to mind was, this song is called If It Ain't Real Luv, and it's about intimacy, you know what I'm saying, without really connecting with the person on a deep emotional level. A lot of us, we just don't want the pain. We don't get too attached because we know that we're not in this by ourselves. So this song is about enjoying that part that's removed. And it's so funny because the single I just released is called Taste, where I talk about just enjoying, you know, that part. But let's be real about what happens sometimes when you enjoy it a little too much. And then both of you kind of get real loose without really setting any terms and conditions of your status. So this is what goes through the mind of emotionally open and available people who are indulging in this intimacy with another person, but they also realize that they're starting to feel more than just that, or wanting a little more than just the intimate part of it. Maybe they want, you know, maybe they actually want to define it. Maybe they want the title, you know, and this is what happens when you try to put those walls up, but you can't. So I'm going to play you guys the track. It's not mixed and mastered, it's just me making it in Logic. I use Machine. Machine or Machine. I use Machine because I like the sounds, you know, that you get to use. I use Machine to, I like the sounds from Machine. I make the beat Machine and then I import those individual stems into Logic. And then I record my vocals in Logic because I know I'm so used to recording vocals in Logic. So I use a couple different DAW guys. Okay, all right. So let me know if you can hear it. This song is newly written. Well, I wrote the verse months ago, but I actually just finished the second verse and the bridge on my graveyard shift the other night, and I was just too excited to share. All right, it's gonna take me a little minute to finish up the track and to actually finish up, you know, making sure the vocals is tight and everything, and giving y'all my A game. But I just want to share this with you guys. Okay, all right. So without further ado, this is If It Ain't Real. Hope y'all can hear the track. Fucking you is nice, but my eyes are open wide. No, this ain't real love. Let's not fantasize, try not to compromise. Cause girl, sex ain't enough. We can just be lovers and let's enjoy the ride. Pleasure in each other, but let's not spend the night. Cause I got a habit of obsessing about shit, so please don't lie. If it ain't real love, if it ain't real love, if it ain't real love, if it ain't you all up in my dreams, you're calling me your queen. Ain't no other got me on the street. Could you be my king? It's so hard to know what the fairy tale, but I know this very well, and I don't want to lose myself. Cause as soon as I fall, I risk losing it all, and this could break me if it ain't real love. If it ain't real love. If it ain't real love. Said if it ain't real love. Let me just say, I keep my guard up because I'm afraid. Will loving you be my biggest mistake? Let's keep it simple to avoid the pain. Please be sincere with your words. Don't just say shit, baby. Think through it first. Let's not do damage, cause egos get hurt. Follow these rules, it will never work unless it's real love. Cause if it ain't real love, if it ain't real love, if it ain't real love, yeah, 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 baby, baby, money. That is the next one on the docket, guys. So let me know what you think. You know, hopefully I wasn't too long-winded in the beginning with all the explanation, but I think a lot of us have been there, you know, where you are just, you're trying to actively not fall because you know what it's like to give your all. You know what I mean? And even when you are actually in a full-on relationship where the roles are defined, a person still can just do your heart so dirty and foul. So there is no bulletproof way to avoid pain, but we try every single day, you know. And I kind of just wanted to talk about it. I wanted to sing about it because that's my medium. That's what I do. I like to put my feelings on canvas, painting wise, as well as in the form of song, because I feel like that's the way that I can best relate to people. And it's also therapeutic to myself, you know. Just sometimes you just want to listen, you know. And that's what singing helps me do. It helps me listen to myself, my own advice. But yeah, for anybody who's dealing with relationships like that or dealing with a situationship like that, I say, listen, hold out for the real thing. And, you know, sometimes you might even start out as friends with benefits, or, you know, something that's just undefined, and then both of you fall, and then it winds up working out. So I'm not saying that you have to just stay closed up until, you know, somebody comes along, because even when you do that and you're celibate and you're focusing on you and bossing up for years, and then you meet somebody, it doesn't mean that they're ready for a relationship, right? There is absolutely no fail safe that says follow all these steps, you know what I mean? But what you have to do is be true to yourself and trust the feeling, the way it feels. If it feels like somebody on some bullshit, or you feel like you're falling and they're keeping you at bay like this, then you got to take the necessary steps to realize that at all this energy you're putting into that, you have to realize that if at one point it gets cut off, you have to now regather that energy, and that's called the healing process. So you can avoid that long ass lengthy process if you move back from giving your all to a situation that's really not giving, you know, feeding into you the same way. It's better said than done, easier said than done, but, you know, it does get better if you do the work, you know what I'm saying? And just realize right away, if this person is saying, you know, I had a situation where a guy was like, you know, but I told you I don't want to be in a relationship, and did everything that said the opposite. Gave me a key to his crib, telling me he loved me, wanted to be with me, getting vulnerable around me, wanting to see me every day. All of the things that you just don't do to a dude who don't want to give you the title. But we think, oh my God, he's damn near doing it. Why would he do this if he doesn't want something real? Because in the moment, he likes you. And he's putting all these parameters up and warning signs up because he knows, for whatever reason, it could be subconsciously or because actively his heart is somewhere else. But he knows that you're not the future. So don't just listen to what a man says. Watch what he does. excuse me, I said that wrong. Don't just watch what a man does and just judge him based on his actions. Listen to what he says too, because what he says is what he's going to try to use to finagle his way out at the end to not feel bad about leading you on. Okay, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this the Write Hustle episode, and yeah, stay tuned because it's gonna be out sooner rather than later. All right, guys, until next time, bye.